My first awkward date. I'll never forget my first date. Not because it was romantic, far from it, but because it felt like a slow motion car crash, except with pasta and social anxiety. It all started on a chilly Thursday afternoon during break between English classes. I had finally worked up the courage to talk to Sarah. She was always the girl who raised her hand first, corrected the teacher, nicely, and somehow made grammar sound exciting. I mean, who even likes grammar? Apparently Sarah did, and I liked her. "Hey, Sarah," I said, trying to sound confident, though my voice cracked halfway through her name. She turned to me with that perfect smile. "Hi. I was wondering, would you maybe like to grab dinner sometime?" There was a pause. My stomach turned into a blender, but then, "Sure," she said. Wait, what? Sure? Had I just leveled up in life? I ran home like I had won a game show. I Googled how to plan a first date and made a list. 1. Pick a nice place. 2. Dress well. 3. Don't spill anything. 4. Don't talk about politics, exes, or weird dreams. Simple enough. I made a reservation at La Bella Pasta, an Italian restaurant that had actual candles on the tables and cloth napkins. Fancy enough for a student budget, and more importantly, not a burger joint. The big day arrived. I put on my best shirt, the one without holes or mysterious stains. I used gel on my hair, way too much actually, so I looked like I had just stepped out of a shampoo commercial. I sprayed cologne like I was trying to fight mosquitoes. My mom said I smelled like a romantic air freshener. When I arrived, Sarah was already there, sitting by the window. She looked incredible. Classy, calm, and completely out of my league. I suddenly forgot how to walk like a normal person. As I reached the table, I tried to pull out her chair like a gentleman, but ended up knocking it over. She laughed. "Wow, smooth." "Yep, just testing gravity," I said, turning red. We sat down and looked at the menus. I decided to show off by ordering in Italian. "I'll have the uno spaghetti, por favor," I said confidently. The waiter raised an eyebrow. "Sir, that's Spanish." "Oh, right. Strike one." I laughed nervously. "Just warming up. I speak 5 languages, all badly." Sarah smiled. "That's okay. I can barely speak one." Crisis avoided. While we waited for the food, I tried to make small talk. "So, do you like, oxygen?" I said. "Yes." "Oxygen." She blinked. "Oxygen?" "Yeah, super important. Can't live without it, right?" Silence. Strike two. Then came the water incident. I reached for my glass, but my hand decided to be rebellious. I knocked it over, right onto Sarah's phone. "Oh no," I said, grabbing napkins. She looked at her phone, now very wet. "It's fine. It was already acting weird." I offered her my phone. "If you need to call for help, or Uber, or a better date." She giggled. "You're funny." Not sure if she meant haha funny or please stop talking funny. The food arrived. Spaghetti with red sauce. Great. The messiest food known to man. I tried to twirl it like in the movies. Instead, a long noodle flew up and slapped me in the eye. Sauce landed on my cheek and shirt. I looked like I had just survived a tomato battle. Sarah tried not to laugh. I appreciated the effort. At this point, I thought, okay, it can't possibly get worse. Then I sneezed. Into the bread basket. Like directly into it. Sarah stared at me, then slowly burst out laughing. "Oh my God," she said between laughs. "You're a disaster, but an entertaining one." I laughed too. I try. The rest of the dinner went better. I stopped trying so hard and just talked. We chatted about music, travel, embarrassing stories. She told me about her fear of clowns. I confessed I once cried during a shampoo commercial. The dog gets adopted, okay? When the bill came, I reached for it. I've got this, I said. No way, she said. We're splitting. Equality, remember? I nodded. Right. Feminism. Also, I'm broke. Outside the restaurant, we stood awkwardly. This was definitely not boring, she said. I aim for chaos, I replied. I had fun, she added. Me too. Weird, clumsy fun. She smiled again. Next time, let's just get pizza. No pressure, no spaghetti, no breadbasket. I grinned. Deal, and I promise not to sneeze. As we walked away, I realized something. Maybe I wasn't smooth, stylish, or cool, but I was me. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. Vocabulary time. Let's break down some useful words from the story, so next time you hear them, you won't feel like you're on your first awkward date. Social anxiety, feeling very nervous or scared in social situations like talking to people. Voice cracked, when your voice suddenly breaks or changes because you're nervous or emotional. Mysterious, strange, or hard to explain. Stepped out of something to come out looking very neat or fancy like from a commercial. Cologne, a nice smelling spray for men like perfume. Out of my league, when someone seems too good or perfect for you. Crisis avoided. Something bad almost happened, but everything turned out okay. Incident, a small event, usually something awkward or unexpected. Rebellious, not doing what it's supposed to do. Acting out of control. Giggled. A small, soft laugh, usually when something is funny or cute. To twirl, to spin, or twist something like pasta on a fork. Flew up, moved quickly into the air, burst out laughing, to suddenly start laughing loudly. Clowns. People with makeup and funny clothes who try to make others laugh. Clumsy. Someone who often drops things or has awkward movements. That's it for today's story and vocab. Every awkward moment has something to teach, even if it involves spaghetti and sneezing. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay confident, and laugh while you learn. Like, share, and drop your own awkward story in the comments. See you in the next one.